Welcome to Why Rush Racing, and welcome to another equipment review. Today we're talking about this guy here, the Scotts steering stabilizer. And first of all, I want to say thank you to my brother for setting me up with this. That's pretty sweet. So yeah, you'll be getting if you had a race with me, you'll get to feast your eyes upon that in person. This is the 3x6. He was wanting to give me the 4x8. I'm like, whoa, that is like huge. So yeah, 3x6, amazing. Thank you, Sam. Thanks for doing that. Alright, so anyways, back to this. So why did I get a Scotts steering stabilizer, or a steering stabilizer in general? Well, about a year ago I crashed 5 minutes into a race, and I really didn't have a good reason, and I thought, and I've been kind of looking at steering stabilizers up to that point, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy one, and maybe that would have prevented my race from ending 5 minutes into a race, and I could have been racing throughout that whole day and do, hold points for the season and whatnot. And so that's what that was kind of the reasoning behind it. But yeah, because when I crashed, I actually ended up breaking off my rear brake pedal. It folded all the way back and just sheared right off, gone. And I am not good enough to ride without a rear brake pedal. Anyways, so yeah, and so then the second question would be, why Scotts? And for that, I have a pretty lousy answer, but it's the answer you're going to get, which is I called Munn Racing, that's M-U-N-N, Munn Racing, and said, hey, and talked to Chip down there, said, hey, you know a lot more about this than I do. What stabilizer do you suggest? Because I see that you actually offer a few on your website. And surprisingly to me, he suggested the Scotts, because up to that point I was considering the fast way, just by doing the research or whatever. And so yeah, so I ended up with Scotts, obviously. He just said it's, just a little more reliable and kind of bulletproof, and so I was like, good enough, that's what I need, is bulletproof, because if it could be broke, I'll do it. So, it's a pretty simple system. We'll start off with the cons. The cons is the price, but they're all about the same price, so it's not that huge of a con. It's $450 for the whole mount setup. It could vary between models and whatever bracket you got to get, but that's what I believe it is. It'll be somewhere in that ballpark. And then the other one is which isn't big, but you just got to be aware of it, is this guy here is fairly big steps each time you turn this. This is getting softer, like less dampening. But going from here to like 2 or 3 clicks down, like now you cannot ride through the woods in that setting. It's just impossible to move your handlebars. But right there is about where I like to keep it, and it's, it doesn't seem like that's that much adjustment, but it's, but yeah, so just got to be aware of that. Find your setting. You can go 1 or 2 either way, probably 1 either way, and go from there. The high speed, you kind of set that and forget that. I got some recommendations from Munn as well, and that's where I just leave it there. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward system. So I got the overbar, or the over mount on top of the triple clamp there. So you got the mount, then there's where it attaches to the frame itself. Here they do give you a shorter little plate on top of your whatever this section there is called, and then that's really about it. You take everything apart, bolt it all back together, make sure you have a torque wrench, and you got yourself a steering stabilizer setup. So some of the pros is, obviously it's simple. One thing to worry about. Some things have 2. This one, you can pull this cap off. It's a little straight screwdriver. You can adjust that if you need to, and there's little clicks in there as well, but it's, like I said, kind of set and forget it. It's easy to install, and then easy adjustments. And of course, the biggest thing for me, I think, is it provides some reassurance. Now, sometimes I'm in these rocky areas and bounce along, I'm getting really tense, and my arms are getting tired. I'm like, whoa, relax. Just relax, let the bike do its thing, let the suspension work. You got this stabilizer, let it work, whatever it does, I don't know. But it just kind of gives me a check that, hey, trust the bike a little more, bud. So that's the biggest recommendation I'd have. Probably helps you, even if you don't have a stabilizer. Let the bike do what it does and just ride. So anyways, it's a pretty cool deal. I do like the stabilizers. Wouldn't have gotten it if I didn't crash out of a race pretty early, to be honest with you, but you do see a lot of people riding with them. Anyways, thank you for watching, and if you've subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate that, and if you haven't, well, go on down below and just hit that subscribe button, and I'll be doing more of these about a weekly basis if I'm not putting out a video until I run out of material. So anyways, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.